So if I throw myself into the zombie horde as it's chasing y'all,
to
and they
give
y'all
me
time,
an extra 1 second.
you see, and that's why I
Now,
wouldn't die for you.
I'm not even
That
gonna
is
lie.
exactly why I wouldn't die for you.
I'd be so mad
Oh my
watching
God.
The Walking
I'd pull you
Dead.
into the zombie horde with me. Y'all
But
two can get away. Me and him are
Everybody be
going down.
making all of these self-sacrificial things, and then they turn around and be like, "Oh, it was so selfish of me. I've
He's gonna
changed."
jump into a
Like,
horde of 1,000 zombies thinking that he gonna do something.
I think we're gonna distract him for a while.
it's the constant back and forth.
If you did it for me, I'm telling you, my attitude would be completely different. I want you to know that.
I'm trying to save all of us.
Throw yourself into the zombie horde. I feel like we're saying the same thing, but you just aren't agreeing for some reason.
Stupidest idea.
Son, you, Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Well, we got a special season for y'all. We've thought about a lot of things. And we revamped a few things. We are leaning more relationship based, and today we're considering our familial relationships.
Mm-hmm.
How long you letting your kids stay in your house? I want you guys to all agree, and if you don't, minority, I guess, opinion takes a shot. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna take a shot no matter what.
Yeah, it takes the extra shot. Minority opinion takes the extra shot.
Okay.
24.
Let me
24. You got an exact number.
Let me start the clock. Hold up here. And 7 minutes for this. And time has started. 24 is your number.
Yeah,
And why?
Why 24?
because they'll
We
be
only got
done,
7 minutes from.
already graduated college if they took the route that, even if they took the route I took. I was a 5-year scholar, right? So they done already graduated college. Hopefully, you just be done set them up to be able to succeed. Am I gonna be forceful with it, or is that a hard line at 24? No, but that's definitely the age that I put in their mind to prepare to be trying.
So you letting them know, like, throughout their life, like, hey, 24 is like, it's kind of the end of it.
Yeah.
All right. So how about 30? Because that's the number that I say. And I say I would tell them 28. But at 30 is the real number. Like,
So I would tell them 24, and then 30 could be the real number.
damn, they ain't never gonna leave if you give them 6 years leeway. They ain't gonna take you serious after
It's
the
not
third
hard,
year.
but at the same time, I also I know where I was at 24. I had just got into my first apartment or whatever like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, match where I was at, but I had already graduated. I done accomplished so much stuff. I had a car, different things. I was okay to be out on my own. If we in a shit show economy, and
Which you probably
I'm
will
not
be.
gonna set them up to fail. Like,
24 seems kind of young to me.
let's build this family compound, and you can go stay in one of my houses, right? But getting out of my actual house, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have it set like that, they can move out at 21 and 22.
Let's say you're just normal. But I mean, 20 years from now, honestly, you could
Well,
be
no.
abnormal for sure. Still though, 24, that doesn't seem rather young to you? Because even when you were doing it at 24, I'm sure it was a struggle.
Again, starting to be out on their own, starting to expect that. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a hard line. Like,
Hey,
by 24, you have to be out
Since
the
we
house.
low on time, I'm letting y'all know right now. My kid ain't leaving.
We're going to come back to you because I already knew your answer. I think once we can get 2 people on 30 being the number, right? That's a reasonable number, right? Like you say 24, but your real number.
And is
30.
this a son or daughter?
Don't matter.
I don't think you should be sexist in that way.
Is this a son or daughter?
Daughter.
Because my son shouldn't feel comfortable 30 years old bringing his old lady here. Like, you should be making a way for you and your lady, depending on where you are? What part of
I thought I had
life
you on my side.
And your
early,
daughter,
but-
she could feel comfortable bringing home people at
No,
that house
not
at that age?
I
necessarily.
mean, honestly, I was on A side. I thought the same exact thing. That's why I didn't have to say anything.
All right.
I'm honestly surprised that yours is as high as 30, because I feel like you were really hard on like our younger brother. You were kind of hard on Dev, not hard, but like trying to motivate him to do his own thing. Dev is 23. Next year he'll be 24. Dev got to get the fuck out.
I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like that's a little.
That's also a sibling relationship. You know, it's not like father.
My dynamic,
I was gonna say,
is a little
who-
different.
Yeah, I can't really say my opinion to Green because Green is actually taking care of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I would tell my personal opinion is Green. I think you should hold on to the kid until he's ready to leave at 30 at the most. You should encourage him to go, but I wouldn't like forcefully
Now,
do
to
it.
Ace's point, where my situation is truly different is that I have a partner. So because he's not my kid, it's a hard to
that.
sell. But
True that.
yeah, he has been with me since he was 18. We grew up in the same house together before he was 18. So that dynamic is still there. But
Okay, so what's your age?
so I agree with Ace. Like
24?
24, you definitely should start to have the conversation like, hey, you should think about doing your own thing. By 30, whether you're ready or not, I'm kicking you out.
And you still stick to yours being
Same.
24,
Yeah, 24.
and you say never.
They could stay as long as they want, man. Look,
That's crazy.
I would not like
You wild.
my girl. Like I obviously, hey, yeah, if y'all want to leave, you can. But I'm letting y'all know, you guys can always come back. Like,
So, boom, as a person, right, my brother lives with me who's 23. He does not fully grasp reality because there's a buffer. I'm the buffer. A lot of what he enjoys on a day-to-day is provided by me. He doesn't understand what it means to acquire, maintain, or
which
grow
is
something.
why my door will stay open for
Right.
them to come back. Like, and that's the thing. It's like I know,
agree with that. He can
I know
come
me
back,
and my
but-
family. Like
Yeah.
as much freedom as I'm going to give them to stay,
Yeah.
they're gonna want to leave.
Yeah.
Especially with my invitation to keeping them in the house. Like, yo, please stay as long as you want. That's gonna wire my kid. No, Dad, I'm gonna get the fuck out. Like, I need my own space.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's most likely how that would
why
go
you
down.
so sure about that?
Cause I know me, I know, and like that's exactly how all of my siblings are, and like my cousins. Like,
Would you give them freedom in your house? Like, if
In
they
the
can
house?
do pretty much anything that they want in the house, then why would they want to leave?
then cool, they're on my side. They don't have to. But the thing is, like, if they have that much freedom, they're also gonna recognize like that they probably have more by themselves. Like, there's a limit to how much personal space you have living with family, and that's a thing that at the ages that we're talking about. That's the thing that they are concentrating on. Like, that's their personal space, that's their personal time. Like, and they don't want their parents around.
50 seconds.
Last thing I want to say is that this is not to say that if they 35, 37, 45, whatever, going through a hard time that they couldn't come back if they needed to.
Shout outs to my mom who still would love to have me. And Mom, I would love to have you.
Hey, yo.
That's it. I love you, Mom.
You guys are wild. Like, I cannot say anything regular.
All right, so Los, me and you about to have to drink because these two guys agree, which I think that number is way too low, and yours is way too high. I think I'm right, so I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to tell y'all.
Like, how are you guys like calculating? Like, you asking me, how do I know? How do you know that specifically 24 and 30 is the right age?
I'm giving leeway at 30.
I'm going off of experience. I'm dealing with it in real life right now.
Shout outs to all my
Shot takers.
like, yeah, I guess home wreckers, the kids.
So wait, y'all have to take 2 shots?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Okay. You actually don't have to take one.
I mean, what am I do with this?
Take it home.
Take it.
Bottle, please.
I mean, I gotta pour it over the rim that I've already put my lips on.
All right, bro. I'll take it.
Take what?
The shot. You don't want it, right?
No, I'm taking it. I'm just
Oh.
making sure that I don't know the rules. I'm just trying to follow what's happening.
Don't put
Take that shit.
Don't put the label in front of the camera.
The rule was the minorities take an extra shot.
Exercise, right? That's what I thought. Okay. This is so. Well, let me not downplay your taste in whiskey.
Right, we trying to get a endorsement from these guys.
Let me speak positive.
They're a local distillery in Atlanta. Been here since 1887. I actually went to a whiskey tour for these guys recently.
Wait, are we selling people or is this real?
What you mean?
Are those real facts?
Those are real facts.
Oh, okay.
Those are real facts.
No misinformation here.
Right.
I mean, the year may not be correct, but it was around there, 18 something, 1880 something or another.
He just made up a year for them folks.
All right, real quick before we move on.
All right, back to my mic.
My mic sound nice.
So your number is really 30. You said 24, but you would only push at 30.
Hey, you were supposed
Yeah.
to press the intro at the time.
I was.
What
My
do you
bad.
mean by that?
You know,
And you would push your
millennials,
kid out
their
at 24.
opinions and
Like
their
at 24, that's when it's happening.
every one
Yeah.
of them has
Yeah, so-
podcasts nowadays.
Like A said, you could come back,
Hey,
but now
no one
going
cares
through
about
it,
your opinion, buddy.
I feel like for us to have a good,
All right, I'm
for
here
us to be
tell you.
cordial and good from 24
I
to
don't
30,
care
you
what
need to at least
think
get out of the
about
house and
love
experience
or
life on your own for at
sex,
least 6 to 12 months.
politics or religion.
Because you need to
or your
grasp like what it really means to
socioeconomic
be an
blah,
adult,
blah,
have
blah.
responsibilities, acquire,
Save it for
maintain,
someone who
and
cares.
potentially grow something.
Was your I guess getting to know the world route like that? Because mine was like I left and I came back. I left and I came scurrying back. Like it's just a back and forth thing until I got myself out of the house for real.
Right. I'm trying to think of words that doesn't make me sound arrogant or pretentious. But like, I guess since I've been little, I've always been very responsible and like,
Very independent.
yeah, very like cognizant. So I'm a conceptual thinker, so I don't really always have to go through the experience to kind of really truly feel it or understand it. So I've always been like hyper, just hyper about that type of stuff.
Speaking of,
My brothers are really relaxed.
I have another a bonus shock lock. Less rules this time. Let's just more of a conversation because just because you brought it up and I meant to ask this kind of question. Would y'all rather have a partner that's broken and needs constant maintenance, or someone who is emotionally, I guess, figured out and stable and super independent?
Ooh, let me answer this one first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually goes into my therapy. Now we're not going back to therapy.
You're so
but it was a
excited
concept.
about your
Yeah.
therapy, man.
I do not want. No, so I'm gonna say, but it's a concept. I don't want to go back to therapy, but I think you said, would I want to date somebody that's broken or that requires like maintenance? What-
Yeah, like
So for me, no. And I, without going back to therapy, we had like a sheet though where it was like what it meant to have unhealthy boundaries and healthy boundaries. And one of the main things that for healthy boundaries was like acknowledging your partner's need and emotions without being responsible for them.
ooh,
And that's a big thing for me. And it was on the page, so I looked at it
Ooh,
and said, I
I
had
like
the therapist
that.
clarify,
That
like,
gave me tingles.
how responsible should I be? And that's responsible enough to support and encourage, but you shouldn't be taking behaviors or actions. Your partner should, because you're helping them work through whatever they need to work through.
y'all hear that, ladies?
So that part was like, for me, is like,
Man.
I don't want to have to do the work, but I will help you do the work.
What are the two options again? Broken person who needs maintenance, or a fully emotionally
stable,
complete person.
yeah.
Why would anyone choose the broken person?
No, a lot of people would.
Little life and flair.
A lot of people would.
It's,
Narcs would, for sure.
I side eye the person that chooses the broken person. I don't know. Everyone didn't answer yet, but
Some people have a need to feel needed. You could be needed or you could be wanted. Some people need to feel needed.
Yeah, 'cause if
And I've
you
had to
choose
have those conversations with women.
If you choose an independent person, you're not getting love.
I literally
I don't
get
think that's
criticized for being hyper independent. Part of my thing.
He's trying to
hyper-independent.
trying to defend who he is here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did take it personal.
Same thing. You would be in there. You're hyper independent. That is a problem.
Yeah, but to Lo said that a person that's super independent would not be good at giving love. Correct?
Next person.
Expressing love. Do you agree? And
No,
do you
it's not.
agree?
It's not that simple. So I don't agree. But that does.
I took that personal. I was a little triggered when you said that. But
You may not always recognize other people's need for support though. So it kind of does create somewhat of a blind spot, but not necessarily. But
yeah.
because that'd be my issue. They'd be like, well, why you didn't say this or say that? And I say, well, because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. I have a process. I like to work through my process. Like, back up off me. Not like I'm putting up a boundary, but let me figure it out. So I give you the same courtesy, but they don't interpret it as a courtesy. They interpret it as abandonment.
My theory is that I think one would always choose the other.
The broken person would always choose the complete person, and the complete person would always choose the broken person.
I don't want to go back to it. Anxious attachment style, avoidant attachment style, and secure. What he's talking about are people who are secure. I am avoidant. My partner is anxious. They say those two always pair up, and it is the worst combination.
Yo, I wish I could hook my phone up. I have several like Instagram reels that I was gonna play for y'all about attachment, avoidant and anxious attachment styles. Because I'm also an avoidant, and them shits be having me in tears, bro. Like that shit be speaking my life, dog.
You feel seen, Teasy?
Seen as fuck, dog. I'm telling y'all, I done stumbled into the
How's that feel?
the psychological reels. It feels great, man. It's
You
like I'm
like
not
it?
alone.
You like it?
I'm not alone. Like it's not just me. It's not just me. This
I
is
feel
something that
called out
everyone
as
goes
fuck,
through.
man. Like I don't know what it was that one time that you said, like, yeah, Los, you this kind of person because of this, and you were so right, but I hated it. I don't know what the fuck it was. It's just like it's still like hits the back of my head. I was just like, fuck Teasy for that day. I don't know. I just like. I don't like to be figured.
I've learned that about you actually through this pod. That is your thing. You do not like to be categorized or be told what type of person you are or your characteristics. Like you feel like it's a person cheating you of getting to know you, and like you being your unique self.
Yeah,
Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so. Like, yeah, I think I'm being cheated out of me being me getting to know me. And like, because I don't know me all the time, and I am a constantly evolving human being. I'm not the same me as yesterday. I'm much better.
That's so interesting because I feel the exact opposite. I love when things can tell me more about myself than I may have known. Like, tell me about me. I feel like you said, those blind spots. Like, show me those blind spots.
If people can show me without telling me, I fuck with them. I fuck with that.
Show you without telling you.
That's deep.
And
What's deep about that?
Because what's understood don't have to be explained.
All right. All right.
No, it is something there. It is. That's very hard too, though. That's what I'm thinking.
Because again, like one of the things that I say in my relationship is that we are mirrors of each other. Sometimes we can mirror each other's worst tendencies about each other. And that don't mean that we picked up each other's personalities or anything. She's showing me blind spots that I didn't know about myself. I didn't know I could be as angry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
that's cool.
But this also don't have the same effect as somebody saying, "Oh, Ace, you're angry all the time," and da 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 da. Like it wouldn't hit the same just for them telling me this.
Now I got it. Brought it full circle for me. That was a good eureka moment. Okay.
I like it.
Heard. You're. This is another Millennial podcast. I am another Millennial podcast host. I go by the name of Nick Teasy, aka Young Tizzard, aka Big Homie Young Segway Sign, aka LaPod James. I got a couple co-hosts in the building with me.
Yo, it's Ace Boogie, aka ACB the Guy, aka AC Montana, aka Hotep Ace. And I was thinking about changing one name every week.
What you mean? Like removing one and updating it?
Like today,
I be wanting to call you Cat God sometimes. But I'm like, that's kind of weird. But I do be like in regular conversation be wanting to call you that.
like today I'm Poppy. Well, I'm normally Poppy when I be having on my little Poppy jumpsuit.
Okay. Heard.
What's up, everybody? Los, the motherfucking ghost. Got some background ambiance. Nothing new. We got our guests in the house as well.
Yeah. Boy D Green, proud member of Bill's Mafia. You see what it is.
No longer, no face, no case.
No longer, no face, no case. I had to grow up.
What was your Did you have a ghost in your name as well?
Did I have a ghost in my name?
Yeah, I feel like were you the only ghost on the pod the whole time?
Oh yeah, definitely the only ghost.
No,
We can't share a ghost.
No, but what was your Cash App name?
That was Sneaky
Oh
Bandit.
yeah, Sneaky Bandit.
And we
Yeah.
called him the Green Reaper as well. But I thought it was something ghost.
No, my
related.
Cash App was Ghost for a second, but that was because my cousin asked to borrow some money, and I didn't want him to. I changed my name just to send him some money. It was complicated. I don't know why I did that.
I mean, because you know what Sneaky Bandit feels like. Like, you already know, like, that just feels like anybody sending you money feels like they're about to get stolen
Definitely
from.
scamming.
Oh, yeah, that's the feedback I got. And when I was dealing with people like acquaintances and work related, I had to change it. It wasn't work. They didn't get it.
Definitely.
It would make me
scamming.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
I had to grow it up on that name too. Took all the fun out of all my.
Look at you growing up in every aspect of life and shit.
I need to change my voicemails from when I was 16. I didn't grow up there yet.
It's
You
still-
got the same voicemail from when you was 16.
Yeah,
and it's you talking.
yeah.
Damn.
What is
yeah,
that?
you need to change that.
I don't even remember.
I don't even know
call
what it
myself.
is, but you need to change that.
That's why I never changed it. It's
That's
mad,
literally like over a half a lifetime ago.
You're not the same person as then.
I know. So I feel like they're not talking to me. Like, you didn't really leave me a voicemail. That guy's 16. Like, that was, yeah.
I'm sure you can hear it too.
I should, somebody call me.
Before we get too deep, like, follow, subscribe. If you follow us on YouTube, we actually shout you out on the show sometime.
Yes, sir. Best way to support us is buying our merch, our art, or a bingo card.
And you can also send your Ask the Cast questions to our email. Tune in every Monday for some learning and some laughing.
Heck fucking yeah. Do we have an Ask the Kismacast?
Hold that thought, homie. But yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bull jiving. By the way, y'all still were wrong on the shot clock. Like I'm really adamant that you guys are wrong and I'm right.
You're really adamant that we meant 30 instead of 24.
That too. Yeah, I really did mean that.
I mean, everybody has the right to their opinions. You just also happen to be wrong. Go ahead, Ace.
All right.
I don't think you want to let your kid live with you till you forever either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting you prepped good and ready when the rest of your community, your age, your generation gonna be out doing the same shit. When you bought your house?
22.
Exactly.
That
So
ain't-
if
that
that
ain't
kid,
normal.
that's not normal. But if my kid happens to be like, because that happened in your generation and my kid is next, this something that they can visually see and aspire and have knowledge of well before we got the information. So we might can set them up even before they even get here.
Wait. So it's weird for you to call her Cat God, but it's not weird for us to call you Teasy?
No. I already told y'all I think tease could be a little but
It's the sleazy teasy for me. I can't call you that.
I understand.
All right, y'all got some equivalent exchange there. I accept it.
Damn. But when you think about it, if Teasy was like TEAS,
I would never call him Teasy. Hell no.
ooh, you so
That's like
cute.
snacky, but
You know what I recently realized in the Latino culture? Like, our nicknames are not like endearing at all. Like, they're like, I guess the translation would be like bald man. Like, but like, why do you call?
I don't know y'all nicknames.
They're like peludo or pelado. Like that, it literally means bald. And
What does
like,
Tato mean?
Tato? That's just my sister couldn't say Carlos when she was 1.
Oh, so it doesn't actually mean
Yeah. But like,
I thought it was
I'm
like
just talking about
cousin.
like regular nicknames like that you hear all the time, like gordo. Like that just means
It's fat.
fat. Like, why you call him that? I mean, dude was chubby when he was kid. Like that's literally like the only reason. Or like, pelado is like they just call someone bald pelado. Like, and people just respond in Spanish.
I mean, that's like when black people nickname the kids Stink. Like, why
Stink?
Stink?
But those are for endearing
I know a couple
purposes.
Okay.
I definitely call my dog Stinky Boy. But I mean it in the most endearing way. Most
Do you
endearing way
mean it
possible.
even when they fart? Good, like that should be.
Look, let me tell you how
that should
he
be
scared
wild.
himself when he be farting still. I'm like, boy, you was like 8 years old. You ain't used to what's
Why
coming
you
out your
acting
own
brand
body.
new? Come on, you've been there before. And they look at the place of origin, like, damn, that shit was me.
He walk like he get up and take steps away, like he jumps away from his shit.
Damn,
Like,
who the fuck was that?
boy, crazy.
That's actually fun.
Easy, when you getting a dog?
Next year.
Ooh, what kind of dog?
No, he's been saying that for the last few years.
Either a Rottweiler, a Pit, or a Boxer.
Why those?
I really want a Rottweiler because my dad had one when I was a kid. A Pit because I had one before and I really liked it. Boxer because I just always like them.
I know somebody who's selling some pits right now for $300.
Let's talk after the pod.
But
You talking like you get a commission or something?
Nah. The one she had sent me a picture of looked just like
Like
Ali.
you?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get that one.
I gotta be honest, those are very stereotypical choices that you went for. That's why
can't-
I was
I
asking.
can't help it.
Like, is there a reason? Like, so you're actually giving legit reasons. So I was just like, but then again, it's just like stereotypically, any black kid would give those reasons. Like,
So should we be avoiding stereotypes or should we just like be ourselves? And if a lot of things about me are stereotypical as fuck, should I like just embrace it or
I feel like
try not to be a fucking cliche?
I feel like when you've had a pit bull, that's when you experience the greatest love of a dog.
Oh gosh,
I'm for real, and that's why you want to go back to a pit bull.
I hear you.
Yeah.
they are so
Yeah.
sweet. Though.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've experienced
It's-
like yeah,
it's a
they love
different
up
type
on
of
you.
love.
They love up on you.
Yeah.
And I think I've expressed before that like body language is one of my or like body touch is one of my like love languages.
Mm-hmm.
And how I describe it is really like just dogs plopping on each other without a care in the world. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just like I got this much comfort. I can plop on you and we'd be cool. Like you ain't gonna move, cool, bet. Like so, like I feel like pits dead ass don't know that boundary, and they show you that love without that boundary, and like it's fun.
That
I mean,
love
you
is
can always
different.
teach them the boundary, but it's fun the way that they just love unconditionally and unbounded.
I'm surprised to hear Nick is a dog guy. I thought you'd be more of a cat guy.
Nigga, you don't disrespect.
Cats
me
are
like that,
mad
bro.
independent.
Do
I think
not
that y'all could
disrespect me like
appreciate
that.
each other.
No, I get you.
Yeah,
I get
y'all
you.
be bothered when
As
y'all wanna be
Nick as a
bothered,
person,
and then there's
Nick
times
as
where
a
the cat
person.
wouldn't want to be bothered, and I think you could respect that.
When he started telling me that he was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking of getting a dog," like it baffled the fuck out of me. When I was living here, we was living with a cat, and he always expressed how much he disliked it, and like that like took me by surprise when I first started like living
I would
with a cat.
I would get a plant before I get a cat. Get the fuck out of here. I would take care of a fucking cactus before I get a cat. Man, what's the
Might get
cast?
along with a cat though,
It's
man.
about to make me upset.
Wait, before we get- I'm actually curious. Like, so do you not like the idea of being stereotypical of like I guess black?
I used to for sure. As I got older, I care less. But yeah, for sure, I really made an effort not to be the stereotypical black kid.
But then I guess like as proud black, how do you?
That's what I'm about to say. When it benefits me, I'm fucking with it. Like,
Yeah. Like how do you like when do you choose?
But
I
it's
just
so funny to hear Nick
connected-
say that because we go to like nice restaurants and he makes it a point to be a nigga in nice restaurants.
Yeah, can I get a Henny and Coke? Like
And wear
everywhere I go.
sweatshirts and like sweatsuits to a nice restaurant where everyone else has on collared shirts. Like,
Yep. I believe it's my childhood, man. When I was in a high school and I was getting to know myself, I was in a white environment and I didn't want them to look at me as the stereotypical black kid. Then when I got comfortable with myself and I realized I'm a stereotypical black motherfucker, why am I trying to be in this nice restaurant and act like I'm not anything but me? My stereotypical black ass got the money to afford this. I'm about to be in here and let these white people hear me say nigga a little bit.
I think you answered your question then. Like, let me be stereotypical. Let me.
Yeah, maybe that's the answer. Be yourself. Be a cliche.
When it benefits you, for sure, right? Like I ain't gonna even lie. I just had a training, and to see so many black and brown people and females and like in leadership and shit, like, oh, I feel like I belong here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feel weird. So,
Minorities in leadership and being surrounded by others like you're in the same position. It does feel like, damn, we coming up.
I see you. Your melanin popping.
Yeah.
Black ain't cracking over here. I see you.
Jobbing them orders over there. Let's go.
All right, so for the Esther cast, I'm gonna show you guys the picture. This is the picture up for debate. I know the audience can't see it, but I'm gonna try to be as descriptive as possible.
You just wanted the picture. You don't want me to read it. You're gonna go over it. Okay.
Yeah, this is the picture. So basically, baby mama, baby daddy.
There's titties on that photo, guys.
Damn, Los. There was a baby mother who sent a baby father's a message, a DM or post or something like that. And in this picture, the mother is breastfeeding her child. In the picture, you don't see the mother's face or anything like that. It is all baby, but you do see a little bit of nipple in there. So the baby daddy, I guess he supposedly asked for this picture. So after she sent the picture of the baby, he said, "Thank you, but moving forward, please don't send a picture like that. My lady feels that's a nude picture. I can see the point, and I don't want her to feel disrespected thinking I'm getting nude pictures. Thank you for understanding." So my question, guys, is do y'all feel that baby mother was doing too much?
Yes. For sure. She did that shit.
You missed these titties.
Yeah, like it's a million other pictures that you could send of this kid. You ain't gotta send it when your titty is in the fucking picture.
She's
right.
Like, baby daddy said, "Damn, I wish that was me."
She was definitely fishing for something like that. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
grow up.
Yeah, I think she was definitely fishing for something, but it's also like probably giving too much attention to the fact that it really is just like your kid, dog. I don't know. I don't think it was too much, but I could see how my partner would think it was too much. I don't know.
And so what? He asked for a picture of his son. What?
Yeah.
And
Okay, yeah, it's not like he asked for like a titty pic and the son got in the way to cock block.
Right.
The photobomb.
Nah, I'll tell you, women, it's manipulation in there somewhere.
Conniving.
Yeah.
There's plenty.
And I think his
creatures.
partner caught it. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think that he handled it the right way?
I do. And what I had to learn is women know women best. So they know how they what type of games they play. So sometimes I don't think nothing of something, but my girl be like, "No, this is what she did and this is why she did it." And I'd be like, "For real?" She was like, "Trust me."
I agree with that.
So I got to trust my woman when she peeps that another woman is moving a certain type of way.
Plenty of studies around the world have been made about women versus men. Women typically come out smarter.
And I'm going to say something male chauvinistic, which is I think most geniuses are males. Not that I think that.
Are
I think
males?
The statistics say like most geniuses are males. I don't know why that is. I didn't validate this fact. I'm surprised to hear it, to be honest.
I actually will wonder if women are either as prone to being geniuses or more prone, but they get less opportunity to show it.
That's what I would think too.
Definitely think the results are skewed.
Yeah, I think so too. They
Of
just throw
course
that
you
out
think
there.
Don't start with me, Teasy.
I mean, look, to prove
Don't start
to prove
nothing, it won't
Ace's
be
point.
none.
To prove Ace's point, Japan recently had a little stint where they had to publicly apologize. Like, hey, we've been messing with the test results to make sure that we get mostly males at the school for doctors.
What?
Yeah, so they recently had to say sorry about it and yeah. So
That's not surprising, actually.
So to Ace's point, shit might be very skewed.
Not to get too deep, but it's not surprising to you that other human beings have this thought process that is just like high level, consistent manipulation. Like that really baffles me because I don't know where I get my values from. Like I said, not to get too deep, but it's like that does surprise me all the time. I'm not surprised because I know that people do it, but it still doesn't make sense to my brain. Why would you do that?
Like, how did you get there?
Yeah, how did you
to the
get
point
there?
where like now you're publicly apologizing about this shit? Yeah, like, I mean,
I
that's-
think of several reasons.
that was just rooted in prior like cultural beliefs, and it's. I mean, that sucks. That's
simple,
that's
right?
what it is. But
If I think that men typically get like more leadership roles or better roles, higher paying roles, then I would want to admit more men into my college so that we have a more prestigious alumni.
So you saying they genuinely believe what they're doing is not like a manipulation, like. Because for me, like most of the people I've ever worked with in life, like women are really intelligent,
I
really
think
powerful.
initially
Most of
that
my
was
best
it.
leaders have been women. So maybe my experience doesn't lead me to think that about men. I actually think men are trash. But
I think that in society, the people who typically hold the highest positions and the people who typically make the most and the people who typically have the most power are men.
right.
And so if we're going to be giving our degrees, our prestigious degrees with our name on it, we would love to give it to men because they're going to be more powerful.
But what he just said, Los, let me be, is that the men didn't necessarily deserve it. There was manipulation to prop the men up. If
I
I'm
got
the
you.
person who's the gatekeeper, I want the genuinely best people. I don't want to prop up a man
I hear that.
I had to manipulate to make you.
I think TZ's point is still valid though, because if historically only the men are being successful, they're getting chosen for the high level jobs.
They become president and prime minister,
Right.
and
Yeah.
senators and shit like
Regardless
that.
of what they know, like women are suppressed
Yeah.
in
That's
a
the
lot
worst
of these
part.
places.
Yeah, the suppression part is the part that trips me out. I would want the best person. I would never manipulate for men to be on top. Even as a man, like if women are just better, I'm gonna be like, well, shit, they got us.
Well, you know what they say, like minorities and women, like they typically have to be 5 times as better in order to really get the opportunity.
Yeah,
To just get the opportunity to be in the same room.
yeah.
you think you'd think the same way if like you was born in a different era?
If I was born in a different era, I would not think the same way. If I was born in a different race, I wouldn't think the same way. I do think all of that shapes my sense of fairness, I guess.
I think about it in terms of like if I'm a hospital board and we get applications for doctors or some shit like that. Yeah, you might want the best doctors, but you also might just want the ones who are gonna have like the highest ceiling. And so yeah, maybe the black doctors do get a little bit higher score, but their ceiling just isn't as high because they're black. It's racist, discriminatory, prejudice and all that, but
But why is their ceiling not as high?
And you
Because
think,
black people
systematically they're
typically,
oppressed.
yeah, like it's typically
And when it comes to the
presidents.
women, especially if you have another badge on you, right? You're
Yeah,
black,
yeah.
you're young, you're female. Like all of these things suppress you even more.
Right, but in his example, the person who decided not to hire the black doctor or put him in that position is the suppressor. Your judgment can't be, yo, I'm not going to hire you because you're oppressed or suppressed, because you're the oppressor by making that decision. So why does that person think you have a ceiling is what I'm
Is that person a suppressor? Sure, I'll agree to that. Is that person also just a
Going
cog
with
in
the
society?
society,
yeah,
yeah.
like recognizing that, okay,
Systematically, you're not gonna go as far.
yeah, white men typically go higher in positions and get more power as opposed to the equally as talented black person. And if I, again, just want my name attached to the higher success, if I'm Harvard Business School or Harvard Hospital, yeah, man, give it to the white dude who gonna be the senator, who gonna be the president, who gonna be on that important board, more so than the black dude. It's unfair, but I'm just saying I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you guys sound like me with my therapy needs.
What? How so?
It's just sad, but I mean, we get it.
And we're all in therapy because we should not think like that. We should not accept these thoughts. Same point. Indeed. Black people really do accept the. Never mind. I don't want to get into that.
Cause don't start nothing, it won't be nothing, TZ.
We just oppressed people just accept oppression, unfortunately.
It's really tough though to be
Shout out to one
a
of our older
dominant
episodes.
minority.
A what?
A dominant minority. Like some black people don't accept the stats, but you're 13% of this country. How dominant could you really be? How dominant would the majority even allow you to be? Don't get me wrong. You can be influential though, but dominant, that's tough. You just outnumbered. You out-resourced. It's tough.
Out organized, out thought.
Yeah. Like, I know some people bring up Jews, but that's like a smaller subset. And they do their own thing within the system. They still don't dominate the system, but they do their own thing within the system.
But I think we've learned that power and numbers aren't necessarily synonymous. I would say Jews, they're one that their numbers don't really equate to how much power they have.
Right.
So I guess in social media, like you see how loud black and gays can be when they're offended, even though they're a very small minority in the country. They have a lot of influence and power.
You think you're only seeing that influence because you're part of that culture?
Yeah, I didn't want to get in that debate with him because I always disagree with him and my best friend about like the true influence of black people or the true influence of like minority groups.
It's like a white girl's Instagram looks so different than mine.
Yeah, it's like you're in your own bubble, your own like echo chamber. So yeah, you feel that way, but in totality,
it's the algorithm.
people talk about
we gonna disagree
culture.
on
If
that.
cancel culture was really that powerful, Donald Trump, it would be impossible to elect somebody. He smoked Kamala Harris. Popular vote, electoral college, he smoked it. If cancel culture was that big of a thing and everyone had that much power, this wouldn't have been close or he would have lost.
I don't like you bringing up that example.
That's the best example because he is bolded in your face with the bullshit he say and do. And you live in a country that clearly elected him to be the leader.
I hear that.
I ain't want to get political. We ain't got to go down
I think a lot of people
We ain't gotta
agree
go
with
down
him.
there.
Like I think too many people agree with him for him to be cancelable. Which again I think is
about the power.
Interesting, but
Then you got to consider who are those people who didn't, think he was bad enough.
who are those people that? So I hear that question as who are the people that actually cancel people, and I would think it's young people and minorities, honestly, and loud voices. I would say also.
Think it's the people who got the majority of people.
I think a lot of those people support Donald Trump. A lot of young people like him. A lot of minorities like him for whatever reason. And a lot of people with influence like him. You get what I'm saying? So although he is...
I get what you're saying.
A lot of
off
cancelable
of a
shit,
hunch or
but
feeling, but if you look at the numbers, he by a large margin won the gay vote, won the minority vote. He won all the categories. I mean, not him.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, reverse. I mean, Kamala. He lost those categories.
Okay.
He lost those by large margins. So the people in those groups, by and large, supported his opposition. Yet he still won by a large margin.
I don't know the numbers, but I don't think he got smoked by people 24 to like 40. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
I know the Latino votes got him heavy.
They're not significant enough to matter.
Nah,
They matter within the collective, but they don't matter as a standalone group to be like, hey, I need to fear them alone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like those people, the minorities and young people agree with him. Like those are the people that create cancel culture. If they actually disagree, then maybe he would be cancelable. Maybe.
Right.
But I think a lot of those people actually agree with him and don't find what he says that reprehensible. Or they think that the positives of what he say outweighs the negatives.
I think the audience for cancel culture is more different than you expect. I
Who do
think
you think the audience is?
is the white folks.
Nah, okay.
They're the-
Not older white people.
Yeah, not older white people, but they're also the ones who the older white people are the ones who are in power. But in actual like for popularity reasons, like it's the younger white kids. There's I mean at least in America, there's more younger white kids than there are younger minority kids.
I agree with that. And you think that the younger white kids are the ones really pushing the cancel culture?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I don't think so.
their agenda that's still out there versus like you know like Latinos or gays or blacks, whatever minority culture. Like it's not like you see them really handling and getting it. I guess like back when Obama was around, but I mean obviously he's not. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost. The last point that I think I remember you or at least that I understood you making was young white people are the ones that push cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they're a part of it, but I don't think they push it. I would have to think it's the young minorities more than anyone else. The people who are on the margins, the black, gay, feminist groups, people like that who really the social justice warriors. I don't
think
see that
it's
as
the
young white
loudest
people.
person in the room with the biggest wallet. That's who controls cancel culture.
And that could be the young white people. That definitely could be them. They loud and they be having money sometimes.
And at the same time, like, if we go back to, like, when Vine first started, right? Or where, right?
Do it for the Vine.
Right when going viral just meant turning on this camera and acting the ass, right? Before I could clown and get paid for this. You know what I'm saying?
You guys remember planking?
You remember put them in a coffin? Niggas just falling out everywhere. Wow. Wild times, you know what I'm saying? But now it's getting harder to monetize that way, and you got to watch who comes out of the remnants of that as we move into, you know, AI and other technologies and stuff like that. The people who make the shift, they gonna be the ones who gonna be in control, and they're gonna be the ones who can dictate who we can and cannot cancel, especially when it comes down to AI. If I master the coding or something for AI, I can make you believe anything I want about anybody in here, and I can make it seem like it came from their mouth. I could get them canceled based off of shit that they never even said.
Do y'all think cancel culture still exists?
I don't. I think people attempt to, but I don't think it was like a wave. I just don't feel like it has the same momentum that it used to have.
Who was the last person to be canceled?
Diddy.
I don't know if that counts as canceling.
I say the feds came and got him. People been trying to cancel him. It didn't work, and then the feds came.
I mean, I guess that can count as a canceling, but he's just reprehensible in general. I think most people feel like he's reprehensible in general. So I don't really feel like that's a, like,
I don't even get
this person
credit.
did this one thing and now we all just ganged up on him. Like, no, he got arrested for some heinous shit.
Right. If they did not arrest him, they still would be quiet and supporting this man as one of the black gods of the black community.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that still does count as a canceling, though.
No, the law canceling you don't count. It's the culture got to cancel you. The culture didn't cancel you until the
No.
law.
At
said
the
you
same
were-
time-
I think the culture got to him, though.
Are we fucking with him? I don't
Culturally?
fuck with Diddy.
I mean, no, because the law said so.
I mean, that ain't a good example either, because you see how Young Thug was throughout his law troubles. Niggas rolled with him through and through. It wasn't nobody saying free Diddy. Everybody was saying free Thug till it's backwards. It's cultural, man. That's culture. Really random. Y'all familiar with the Menendez brothers?
I saw the doc on Netflix. I think it was Netflix. Yeah.
So Kim Kardashian is about to get them out. They've been in jail since like the 80s, and like they're about to get out. I'm curious if anyone has been paying attention and if anyone cares that they're about to get out. No?
I haven't been
Cool.
paying
They
attention.
say, what's the true story?
No one knows the truth. The story is that they killed their parents, like pretty gruesomely. shot them in their house with shotguns and shit. Went outside, reloaded their shotguns, came back in and finished them off type shit. So it was very slow and painful and like extra aggressive. And they got put in jail. They apparently had certain evidence that was suppressed at the time. And so now all these years later, after several different docs and just growing public care, they're about to get out. Like, they're really confident that whatever Kim Kardashian is doing is going to be able to push the public to get them out.
Isn't that how the Gypsy Rose girl got out?
From I don't know if Kim K is specifically, but
I thought she
public opinion
she's
played a
involved in that
point.
one too.
Is that an example of anti-cancel?
I don't know. Is it?
Kim uncanceling people.
Can you be uncanceled?
That's how opposite we are of cancel culture right now. People getting uncanceled from the 80s.
The white savior.
And I just feel like let them folks stay now. Cause how the hell is they gonna adjust to life in 2024?
Hey,
Outside.
Meech just got out.
I was about to say shout out to Big
Meech
Meech.
just got out.
Nigga got his teeth done and everything. He said, I'm about to be a whole new nigga for y'all.
Hey, so Ace, do you think you, like, let's say you was in jail for that long, and then like you getting out now, like 20 years later?
What have I done while I was in there? Cause was I one of these niggas that was still connecting with folks on the outside? You
tell
know what
me.
I'm saying?
Like that's what I'm asking. Like,
and what did I do to get in there?
Accustomed,
You shot all of us.
I would never.
but you happen to in this world.
I would never.
But you did. I'm hurt that you did too.
Podcast conversation.
If I was in jail for killing my good dear friends,
You ran out of bullets before you even got to the rest of them, and you just pistol whipped them to death.
I would probably kill myself in jail.
Okay.
That shit's gonna eat away at me, so I'm not worried about getting released 50, 60 years later. And especially at fucking, I'm 30, I'm about to be 35 next year.
Ace, can you humor me, please? I just wanted an answer.
This is my answer. All these gotta be considered, friend. All these gotta be considered.
I'm asking because you were asking how is he gonna be able to adjust?
If I'm in jail
It's the
50
same thing.
years, all I know is jail shit. I don't need to be out here with these young niggas.
So is it safe for me to say that you wouldn't be able to adjust to a regular life?
Yes,
Okay.
potentially.
I appreciate that.
Can't relate. I'll adjust to freedom.
It depends again on how long I'm in there. Like from 80s to 2024.
I'll figure it out.
Yes, sure. Whatever extremity. I want to figure it out. Like, I want to know what freedom is. Like, I don't care how much I got used to jail. I don't want jail life to be the only life I know. I don't care how hardened I am. Fuck all that.
I agree, but I also feel like
I don't care if I came out with a body full of tattoos.
I also want y'all to know, unless I kill y'all by accident, I'm not going to go into jail and kill myself. I'm going to keep advocating for my release. Just so y'all know.
So if you did it on purpose, you're going to still try to get out? That's fine.
Unless I killed y'all by accident, then I might feel some personal guilt. But if I felt like it had to happen, hey man.
What thoughts were you just were you just having that you like felt like you needed to say that? Like, did you just
She said that she would kill
Did you come
herself.
up with a scenario where you felt like, oh yeah, they might need to die in this case?
No.
No?
I just heard A say that she would kill herself.
Is there
if
a
she
scenario?
killed her dear friends. I'm like,
Is there a scenario?
I wouldn't want to kill y'all, but it wouldn't be worth me killing myself over if it had to happen.
I feel like the guilt would eat too bad at me. It was our.
Let's say I'm sick and we're all at the top of Mount Everest, and
That's different.
and you need to live. Well,
That's different. I'm not going to jail for that.
no, I get you, but TZ,
No, I would kill you because I already know your stance.
Yeah,
You say kill the weak and the meat. What is it? The meek eat. Whatever it is.
I didn't say anything that
the
clever,
weak
but
eat.
yeah, I believe it.
What the fuck is that saying?
It'll
It'll come back to me
The meek
later. It's
don't
from a
eat.
movie.
The meek
It's from
don't eat.
Cloud Atlas. It'll come back to me later.
This dude just
But yeah,
mad.
I would definitely kill
He's
you.
just mad because he publicly saying like he don't want to be 8, and I'm like, dude, you died. I
don't
need to
want to
live.
be eaten.
I need to live.
I would definitely prefer not to be eaten.
He prefers that we all die with him.
I would prefer that you find another way. It doesn't involve killing me.
He wants me dead. Just because he's weak, he wants me dead.
But it's funny because I remember when TZ told me, like, if the world was ending, don't try to save him. He was okay being the first person to go.
Yep.
I'm like, dang, that's massive.
And at that point, do you think his dead body has an opinion on
Now, if I sacrifice myself, hey, then make sure my sacrifice is worthwhile. For sure. But let me make that decision. Don't you kill me.
Don't just eat me. And
Like,
shit.
you make the decision, Law. He's too far gone. We got to take him out.
You keep making your answer based off of like, I killed you while you were alive. No, I'm trying to eat like your dead body if you happen to die. I'm not trying to kill you for me to live.
I think we could check the tape. You said you would kill me in order to survive. That's not what I'm agreeing to. Now, again, if I'm dead, have at me. But don't kill me. And then
We could check that tape. No, that's not what you said.
Heck no,
You
man.
said if I'm dead, I want it all to be known. Y'all can't eat me.
I
We
feel
can
like
go back
I
to
remember you saying something like that. I ain't gonna even lie.
we can we can go back to it later, guys.
Run the fucking tape back.
What did we learn today? I learned that y'all have selective memory. And that y'all will do whatever y'all need to survive.
Bro, I have all of these zombie questions in my head. Zombie scenarios. Like, about...
Are you surviving the zombie apocalypse?
I'm definitely not. Not a chance.
50 bullets.
Damn, I'm not trying to survive with you, Ace. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Now, don't get it twisted. I got a couple machetes at the house.
I'm heading straight to 80 wherever 85 75 split, like wherever they're furthest apart. That's a sweet spot. You need to stay away from the crowded highways.
Yeah. We was talking about places that we would steal and everything, and Sam was talking about like she would steal a Costco or something because they got everything in there. I'm like, that's gonna be the first place that they gonna rob.
Would you guys rob black-owned stores?
I don't know
Zombie
who I would
apocalypse?
The
rob.
zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
Everything's free
all that
game.
goes out the window.
Everything is free game in a zombie apocalypse, but not when it's just a group of friends trying to survive on top of Mount Everest.
I mean, you can kill a black store owner on the top of Mount Everest if you choose, but don't kill your friend. That's all I'm saying. Fuck, kill your friend. Just don't kill me.
I don't want to kill my friend. I want to live.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to kill my friends.
Especially when I explicitly said, don't eat me. Like, don't kill me and eat me. Ace didn't call that. So if she up for grabs, then
So wait,
I said, don't do it.
wait. So the three of us are on Mount Everest. Ace didn't say, don't kill me and don't eat me. You're the only one that said that, but you're the only one that's dying. So you're saying that in this situation, Ace is the only person who's free game?
Or you. What you think? You not free game?
I'm trying to live. Why would I be game in my head?
I didn't hear you call don't eat me.
All right, sure. Like, you can try.
Well,
Which is
will
fair.
try.
Which is
We will
fair.
try.
Why would I expect less if that's what I think I should do? Like, why would I think that I'm not in danger of death when I'm swinging a sword or something like that? You know, like that. Like, I deserve that kind of thought and sentiment as well if I'm trying to do that shit.
I don't think it's about what you deserve. I think it's about what you call.
Like, you know for sure that this nigga don't want to be eaten.
Make your intentions clear. Or we got to make decisions we got to make executive decisions in a high pressure situation. I don't remember him saying don't kill me. So he might want me to do what's best for the group instead of individually.
I am bewildered that you think
He
you
done got
have a
bit on the
voice
arm.
in death.
And you gonna go straight for the headshot and you gonna try to cut the arm off.
That's a totally different situation. Absolutely. If anyone is bit, yes, I'm going to kill you. And once again, I'm not going to feel bad about it. If you get bit,
You could save them just if it's a ligament that they can cut off, right? That at least that's what the movie show.
too risky.
You ain't gonna even let them like get to the feverish and sick part first.
Too risky.
It's just oh shit.
Too
okay.
risky. Too risky.
I hate it here.
And niggas be trying to hide shit. So like if it do get like we cut off your arm, but somehow it still get bad, you might not say anything. You might try to hide it. Too risky. Next thing we know, we trying to sleep and our head getting bit off. Nah, too risky.
You can't be saying shit like that and not say, and then saying you can't eat my body. I
don't understand the correlation.
They're like, cause
He
like,
ain't got no control if zombies eat his body, but I don't think he want his friends eating his body, unless his friends.
And I'm telling y'all that I would sacrifice myself for y'all. But
you
just let
only
me
say
make
that.
the choice.
No, that's a very selfish choice because
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's you're literally only saying that because you don't want to try to survive in that situation.
I think we all
That's
benefit
not
from that.
noble as fuck. You can't just present this as a noble act if it's selfish.
How is that not noble if I'm selfishly throwing myself away so that y'all can survive?
You're selfishly throwing yourself away for you, not for us.
I think that's still a win-win. It can be selfish and noble.
No, that's some salesman shit. No, it's just, it's not, dog. It's not. It's like, you're literally just trying to run away from this shit. Fuck my friends. Fuck trying to help them survive.
So if I throw myself into the zombie horde as it's chasing y'all,
To
and it
give
gives y'all
me an
time,
extra 1 second.
you see, and that's why I
Now,
wouldn't die for you.
I'm not even.
That
gonna
is
lie.
exactly why I wouldn't die for you.
I'd be so mad
Oh my
watching
God.
The Walking
I'd pull you
Dead.
into the zombie horde with me. Y'all
But
two can get away. Me and him are
Everybody be
going down.
making all of these self-sacrificial things, and then they turn around and be like, "Oh, it was so selfish of me. I've
He's gonna
changed."
jump into a fucking
like-
horde of 1,000 zombies thinking that he gonna do something.
I think we're gonna distract them for a while.
It's the constant back and forth.
If you did it for me, I'm telling you, my attitude would be completely different. I want you to know that.
I'm trying to save all of us.
Throw yourself into the zombie horde. Like, I feel like we're
That's
saying the same
stupidest
thing, but you
idea.
just aren't agreeing for some reason.
Stupidest idea.
Anyways, y'all got anything else?
I think Ace was. I'm sorry, Ace. We was still into it.
No, it's all good. I was just saying how it be so much emotional manipulation on like Fear the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead, because everybody be acting like they doing something for the group, and then all of a sudden this clan done killed your folks, so now you getting everybody all riled up and revenging on them, and then all of a sudden you like, well, maybe we shouldn't have did that, but now these folks coming after you, and it's like, it's never the zombies that's the problems. Unless these niggas hoard up, it's never the zombies. It's always other motherfuckers.
That sounds like a commentary on society.
Yeah. True. We are our own worst enemies.
Indeed.
Word for the week: get out your own way.
I gotta go my own way.
By the way, that saying was the weak are meat and the strong do eat.
Okay.
Stay black, stay strong. Remember, they can't bring you down unless they below you. Loyalty before royalty. The real respond. Pimps up, hoes down. You know where the fuck you want to be. Deuces.
Peace.
I think I took out
Toodle motherfucking
the
doodle.
thing. Just the beat. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What do y'all think we should call this episode?
Jermaine Dupri.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Great
Welcome
suggestion.
back.
We are so bad.
Another therapeutic pod.
Okay.
Wait, so did y'all see that coming back with like more of a focus on relationships and stuff? Or was that just sarcasm?
supposed to be. That is the focus. But we be all over the place.
Name for the pod episode.
I want to stop it. Unless you got a name on the tip of your tongue, most.
Yo, ma, we back.
Great.